I came up with the collection quite quickly. I was so inspired. I sat down one evening and I said within 48 hours I had the 10 or 12 ideas in hand. And I really just think it just kind of came out of me like a song. Sometimes you write a song and it takes months to finish, and other times it just kind of comes to you very quickly. And this collection has been something that came to me quickly, but also a real labor of love, and I've really enjoyed developing it. Hi everyone, welcome to the Mehraban showroom. Today you're here with me, Claudia Afshar, and we're going to be talking a little bit about my collection. Growing up, I was really familiar with lots of the different product lines, such as fabric houses and rug lines, such as Mehraban, who have been around for such a long time. It's just been kind of there and with me for a long time. I came out to LA as a dancer and decided that I no longer wanted to continue on my dance journey, and would have moved back to London and ended up actually probably working with my mother hand in hand. But I met my husband out here and he refused to let me leave. And I started doing a lot of his development projects, and we were getting such a great turnaround that I started to take it very seriously independently. And it just kind of, word of mouth, things just kind of evolved. And I actually really just started to create a whole industry for myself. You know, we got international clients, we started traveling nationwide, and it's just, we haven't stopped and never really looked back since. So Hal and I actually had lunch together, and I was aware that a lot of other designers were doing some wonderful collections here. And when I came in to really review some of the collections, I was immediately inspired and I was so excited. And I kind of thought to myself, how would a collection for me look like? What is it that I would want to do? And after seeing some of the other people's beautiful collections here, there's so much choice and there's so much range. I just felt like I'd love to put my stamp on this, and I thought we would be the perfect fit. So I went home that night, came up with some inspiration, and within 48 hours I had the whole collection ready to go. I think I sent it to the Mehraban team on a Monday, and by Thursday we had a contract in hand and we were ready to go. So I think it's just been a win-win from the start. Everyone's been such a wonderful family, and no, it's been a real dream working together. I'm a big lover of textures and pile heights, and also natural textures. I always believe less is more. I love a lot of makeup textures and even earth textures. So for me, that very much played into the Strokes rug, as you get the paintbrush hitting a nice acrylic piece of paint, kind of hitting the page and how it brushes down the page. Also with the Sands collection, that really was about how the sea kind of goes out and you get that moment of still. And you see the ripples in the sand just before the wave crashes again. Surfaces also was really about a crack in the earth up on a mountain. I was thinking of like a limestone and how you get those natural, beautiful cracks, but they're just unexplainable how perfect they are. And the imperfections make them so perfect with the different pile heights and such a simple line going through it. So that was very much inspired by that. I love interior architecture. I love building a structure, and we do a lot of fluting details and a lot of lovely intricate details around a fireplace and things like that. So for me, the rugs were very much inspired by that, how you would feature a wall tile with a waterfall in front of it. We kind of relayed that also on the floor, and we thought, how can we kind of play with a texture on the wall but also textures on the floor? I think it's evolving. I mean, it's evolved tremendously since I've moved here, and I've been here quite some time now, but I think there's a broad range for many designers, depending on what your aesthetic is. I really feel like there's a lot of play here. We source a lot locally, but we also source internationally too. So, but I am excited about the LA community. There's some fabulous product and also designers, and so it's really a lovely circle. And no, I'm very fortunate to be a part of it. Quality is so important, and I think for me, it's really been why I've been so hands-on with this collection. Trying to relay simplicity is sometimes so difficult. So we've really worked closely with the different pile heights and the different textures and the silk and wool blends, as well as the silk and wool independently. Really refining that has been so important. So there's been a lot of quality control on every single one of these rugs, and actually something I'm really proud of. I would say the night. The nighttime for me is a moment of still and quiet, where no one is coming at me and I can just kind of be in my own thoughts and really sit there and envision, creatively. That's really where a lot of it comes to life. The biggest advice I would give someone, or myself, just starting out in the design industry, would be to not judge somebody's 20th chapter with your first. It's such a long journey and everyone is so creative and ambitious. And for me, they've probably worked really hard to get to where they've got to, but they still have a long road ahead of them, just as you do when you start. And so I think that was a really big lesson for me and something that really stuck with me and kind of kept me focused and motivated and really kept my head down and in my own lane. A dream commission for me would be a boutique hotel chain. I'd love to do an international chain globally, but for me, when I travel, I love to stay in boutique hotels. There's a lot of little detail and charm about them that is just wonderful, and so I'd love to be able to put my hands and my own stamp on something like that. I'm a big fan of Christian Lier in the design world. A lot of his work and his product line has been absolutely beautiful, and I followed him for many years. I'm a big fan. Dieter van der Velpen is also a great talent, someone that I really love, and I'm a big supporter of his work as well. A number of things. I've learned a number of things in this industry, but I would say one that really stands out to me is patience, and also knowing that, when we design luxury homes, it's really a group effort. It's not always just my input and just my team's input. So for me, it's been really important to make sure that we can help navigate the client, but really make sure that the client is enjoying and loving the end result. And so their input and their style is also very much considered as well. I love the LA Design Quarter. Selfishly, everybody is so close together. A lot of the stores and fabric houses are here, so it's really nice to have everybody close by. We know a lot of them and everyone's so warm and welcoming. But personally, I would say towards the beach. I'm a big fan of the ocean and spending time down there. In fact, a lot of the collection was really inspired by a lot of earth and natural materials. So for me, being by the ocean is really kind of therapeutic, and I enjoy taking my kids down there too. Claudia Afshar Design, we are so busy. We're doing lots of different things, but for me, I think I will be spending a lot more time on product development as well. It's been so much fun, and I've been very passionate about it, and so I'm excited to get a lot of our different avenues out there to a lot of you guys, so we'll keep you posted. I'm really grateful that we were able to really bring this vision to life.